He looked very easy. He's either right forward or right back in his defense, and always looking to play. And that's really paid a lot of dividends. 72 out of 122. Oh, put him down.
Off, I say. Get one more close in field around the bat. Make him play the sweep shot. Can get that long off fielder up, saving a single as well. Pakistan have been quite happy just maintaining that long off fielder. 1, 2, 3, 5.
Good crowd in. They must be obviously very excited to see this happen. On day one, it didn't look like that. But again, that solid looking defense from Oshada Fernando. And this is that attempted reverse sweep. Should have been taken. He just made a mess of it at point. Nasir runs to third man. That ball angled across the right-hander. And Oshada Fernando, 77.
That slant, you created that length, you've got the outside edge, but there's no one really to patrol it. Deep point, deep mid-wicket.
Deep point leg or deep long leg would be for the short delivery. But Oshada Fernando now got his best score in his short career. 75 not out against South Africa, was in a winning course. Still just 2 slips and a gully. Deep point remains. Attempts to get that ball angling across the right-hander.
So twice in this over, he's got the guys batting in the 70s to edge that angle. And still Pakistan are quite numb to realize that there is value to be had if you have another fielder in that slips. Amazing tactics. And I think it's Shaheen Shah Afridi who should ask for one. He knows how much that ball is deviating from that length. There's a slip and a gully now in place for Dickwella, who likes to flirt outside the off stump with an angle bat.
Brilliant. That's a brilliant delivery, the one that comes into the right-hander, leaving the left-hander. Shah Afridi is so special that he can make it go both ways. You can see the angle to the right-hander previously, and look at this one.
What are the chances of him hitting the ball up in the air at mid-wicket? None. The ball is swinging away from the line. Now they've got that mid-wicket fielder away at gully. That's a little better. Not entirely, but just a little better.
$128 for 5. Sri Shah continuing his round the wicket angle. Moving around that leg stump area. It's found a little bit of turn from outside the leg stump, but hasn't really spun a lot.
If he's going to continue bowling from around the stumps, I think he should also look for a top spinner, or the googly that actually becomes a top spinner, because he'll get it to bounce more. Top spinners usually bounce more because the ball hits the seam, and he'd get a better reaction when he hits the seam out of the rough.
And also the fact that Dikwal has looked to sweep him with a turn. But needs to bowl a wrong un or a top spin. This time he goes the other way. Get a couple. Plays within his strengths. Plays the reverse well.
So far so good, because he does play that shot, Dikwella, compared to Fernando, who looked a little raw when he attempted that reverse sweep.
They're having that extra cover area open, as you say, because Dikwella wouldn't look to drive the spin through that area. Also having a man at short mid-wicket, because he tends to play a little bit uppish. Sensible, just managing to push it in the gap.
I think Azhar Ali must learn from that Australian experience, where as a captain he's putting the fielder where the ball was going, so he was ball following more than actually putting in a proper game plan. Ask any batsman, what would he want? He want a single down the ground to get to the other end. So might as well get that long off up there. Let them hit over the top.
With the runs in the bank, they can well afford to do that. He's a man on the mid-wicket boundary, backward square leg. The mid-wicket, backward square leg, you could understand, but as you say, long off.
Now Fernando should stop experimenting with the shot, because he's not good at it.
Oh yeah! That's more like it. Every time he tends to play forward, he looks good. 132 for 5. And yes, it's drinks.
McDonald's खाने जा रहे हैं McDonald's.
So Shaheen Shah Afridi continuing a very impressive spell. 1 for 32. Runs for him. Goes hard at deliveries outside the off-stump Dikwella. This time manages to play it very safely.
Quite an enterprising batsman, Dikwella. He'll keep on playing the shots, irrespective of the situation, on the up with a stiff leg. Did the job quite well in the end. But on the other hand, he's got to be careful. He's facing Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's been Pakistan's best bowler.
Over the slips. That's another boundary. He's got a method in run making. Roshan Dikwella, generally those are his areas, those are his go-to shots. He will go hard.
If Pakistan still doesn't get a slip in, there's something wrong with him, with the thinking. Or I'm just getting too old.
More like the second thing.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm this is like, I mean, it's impossible really to move that into plotting another slip fielder. He's flashing, he's playing square through the offside, yet they're quite keen to just have two slips and a gully in place. Sorry if I'm cribbing, but it ain't working. This field set is not the right one for Dickwella. Gets an inside edge, gets a 4.
I think what Azhar Ali has done is he's pushed a man down to third man, Ramesh. Well, they're just making sure that they don't give the boundary. Goodness.
Look at where the front foot is. Look at where the bat was when he was trying to execute that drive on the up against a moving delivery. What is the likely chance of that ball going anywhere else but slip? What are the chances of him hitting it through mid-off or mid-wicket? None.
I think there's absolutely no point in really trying to analyze Niroshan Dickwella's technique, because this is exactly the way he plays. On his day, he comes off with shots like that, and generally he looks vulnerable, but he manages to squeeze runs. He will give you the 30 and 40, but I can understand what you're saying. It's about where the fielders need to be. It's irrespective of how he plays. Single.
If Shaheen Afridi happens to be your best bowler, you've got to give him the best chance to pick up a wicket. And the way he's bowling, the outswingers from that good length to Dickwella, the ideal scenario of a dismissal would be an edge got in the second or third slip.
That's certainly the logic. And the way he bowls, there's every chance, there's a very good chance of dismissing him that way. .145 for 5. This is the last